Let's do an interview with Brickboys518. Brickboys518, an amazing LEGO channel made by two brothers that share the same hobby of making awesome tutorials and other very entertaining LEGO videos. These two brothers have over 300,000 channel views and over 5 million video views. They also have a really high number of almost 11,000 subscribers. Not to mention that this channel is partnered. No surprise there. So, I hope you guys really do enjoy this interview. It's a lot of fun to create, so please stay tuned. Hello guys, I am back with another interview, and today I have the really awesome Brickboys518, and I was so lucky and I got both Matt and Zach here with me. Hello guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing, just doing an interview.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so, this is a really awesome channel. I asked them if they wanted to do an interview, and they were really awesome and said, yeah. And, yeah, so let's get started. When did you two start LEGO, just in general?
In general?
Oh, God. I don't know. For me, it's been my whole...
You were young. You were young.
When were you?
I was started off when I was born. You were kind of a little bit after, like 2 years or so, right?
You did not
Did you have... No. Did you?
Oh, me? I don't know. Most of my life, I mean, I've had...
I
as long as I can remember, it's been Lego and Matchbox. I mean, I used to build little tiny houses for the Matchbox cars I had, so that had to be when I was, like, 2 maybe, and since then it's just gotten bigger and better, I guess. It's been fun.
And since I'm younger than he is, I had him my entire life. So he kind of passed on his, 3-year-old skills to me when I was young. And then that just blossomed.
Very cool. When did you guys turn your interest into LEGO into YouTube?
I think, well, when did we kind of... animations that kind of triggered us first, right?
Yeah, I remember I started up a YouTube channel a long time ago called Flamethrower Studios. That had to be back, what was that, 2007 or 2008-ish? And, I mean, that was fun for a little while, but stop motion was, like, way too much effort for me. It was, like, I couldn't really stand taking a photo of something and then moving it a little and take another photo. It was too long. So, eventually, I just said, forget about it. I don't want to go on with this. And... I mean, I guess Brickboys was just moving on from there.
Yeah, I mean, I created my channel October 13th. I created the channel Chatty Cheese, which is actually, I did a couple tutorials too. I did the Destroyer Droid, and that got up to like 20,000 views, and then I took it down last year, but around 2008, I think we started the Brickboys channel.
No,
2009.
2009-ish, I think.
I have down May 10th.
Yeah.
May 10th.
It was just sort of an attempt, like, when we were really young, well, not really young, even when we were, 11 and 12, it was, we'd build stuff, and we wouldn't want to take it apart, but when it was, because we had a playroom, we used to live down in Atlanta, and we had a playroom down there, and we used to be able to, like, we'd have to clean up, and the problem with cleaning up is that meant destroying stuff by putting it in boxes, and our mom would basically say, oh, take a photo of it so you know how to build it later. But we wouldn't do that. So I guess Brickboys sort of came out of this idea that, if we took video of what we were making, we'd have like a permanent sort of archive of it, and we'd be able to like remember all the creations that we'd made.
Very nice. Where do you guys get your ideas or inspirations for your how-to tutorials?
Kind of just like, well, we'll see a set, right? Or something that looks like it, and we'll decide to build our own variation, because sometimes we don't think LEGO does fair job. And like, if you look at most of the recent modular buildings, they have their furnishings inside, so we kind of decided to build off of that, and we'll change around the models a lot. Also, we kind of improvise. We think of what could a house really need, what would people really need.
Well, and for me, on like a personal level, it's just sort of stuff that you see in everyday life, like the washing machine. I'd seen variations of it done on YouTube. And, you know, I looked at mine and I was like, okay, mine looks this way. It looks different from someone else's. What if I just built it? And it's like, it sort of comes from daily inspiration in a way. I know we're working on a variable message board, which is basically one of those signs you see on the highway at construction sites. And I mean, that sort of just comes out from a random everyday occurrence. I'll be driving down the highway and I'll be like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And then eventually it turns into something that you want to build.
Very nice, very nice. This is a question that I think I've asked a lot of people that I've interviewed, but how did you guys come about your name?
We actually don't know. The Brick Boys was,
No, I know.
Well, the Brick Boys was random.
No. Well, I mean, Lego bricks, boys.
Obviously.
And then the 518, the 5 stands for, my birthday is August 5th.
My birthday is February 18th,
So, August 5th, February 18th, 518, and that's...
It's not like, I know. Well,
The
what
rest
I meant
is
was he didn't really
history.
have a gigantic, like, means of choosing Brick Boys. I mean, there's Lego and there's us, so
Yeah, but I
it's
mean,
not like there's a massive story.
I don't know, it's just sort of one of the things you stumble upon.
Yeah, true, true. Do you guys have any other hobbies besides Lego?
Yes,
first.
I'm a massive gamer, and mostly Minecraft and Call of Duty. And other than that, I like being with my friends, right? And we get food. I enjoy to eat, and I pretty much don't have anything
You
else.
like to eat.
I like to eat. Oh, and I'm trying to take up airsoft and paintball too, but and film, of course.
Yeah, I'm into photography, drawing, mountain biking, kayaking when I have the time. Yeah, I hang out with friends, you know. I used to do cross country, but I don't do that anymore because I work on a farm now, which is I haven't actually done recently because of college applications, which is loads of fun. But yeah, I like the outdoors. I'm really big into the outdoors, and I have to say I like to eat too. I like food. I like cooking. Yeah, it's fun. Cooking's like creating.
In a way, yes. Actually, it is.
Yeah, it is. You know, right?
Yeah, very nice. What are some of your guys' favorite Lego lines?
Oh, City all the way for me.
I like the Star Wars.
See, I just don't like... I like City because there's sort of like a lifelike aspect to it. I like being able to, you know, oh, look, here's a garbage truck. That's awesome. There's a garbage truck outside my... I like that kind of aspect of it. Plus, it allows me to improve on creations in ways like... I mean, Star Wars is sort of Star Wars. I'm not really huge into Star Wars, but in terms of City, like, if I see a garbage truck and I don't happen to like the actual set, I try to make a better garbage truck than the one Lego released. So I guess there's sort of a motivation that comes with liking that sort of line because it's like, all right, I don't like that. I think it's horrible looking. I'm just going to make it better.
I just like Castle.
And Castle's cool.
Castles are fun.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the new 2012 lines that are coming out, like superheroes and the new police stuff, and also like Dino? I think they have.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it there. Oh, so I used to be really into the Dino Attack series that they had back in, I want to say 2007, 2006. And I guess it's kind of like they're bringing back the old franchise. It's kind of disappointing because the old Dino Attacks looked really, really cool. And, I mean, there was sort of like a military element to them. I mean, they had Hummers, they had helicopters, and the new Dino Attacks, they look kind of like they're bright orange. So I don't know. 2012 doesn't look like a completely promising year in my opinion. Like, the city sets are okay, but they're sort of like the same thing. They have police every year. Yeah. I want to see something really new.
What are they doing?
Well, they're doing like
a
an
sub theme. What's the new sub theme coming to City? Isn't it like mining or something like that?
They might be doing like a mining theme, but that's just stuff I've heard on like Eurobricks. But I don't know. I'm not really too impressed with 2012. I mean, the superheroes. The problem with those is they're gonna be so expensive because it's like if you look at the Disney Cars sets, I mean the price to piece ratio doesn't really fit with itself because I mean. I guess it costs more just to buy something that's actually owned by a different company like Pixar. So I think actually having to pay for those sets is going to be kind of hard. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the actual sets. I've just seen the figures. So it could be totally different from what I expect.
Over the years, we've kind of figured out our price to piece ratio. It's kind of like 100 pieces or so for every $10, unless it's under 100. But like
that depends on size too.
It also depends on size, but is kind of around there. So yeah, I think the superhero, like you can see with the Ninjago sets too, with like the 10-piece sets of just like the platform, the minifigure.
Yeah,
And
the
it's like
platform is like.
$10. I said, are you really kidding me?
Wasn't the platform like a? I don't know.
No, the platform.
I never got Ninjago, so.
No, neither did we. Never.
Or Ninjago, or.
However you pronounce it. Anyway, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are some of your, like, before you, like, became a partner in, like, all of your success today, who were some of your influences back then?
In terms of, like, before we had our personal or our together channel, I liked Nigahiga and Smosh. And then I guess when we started the channel together, we looked up to David a lot, Lego Boy.
Yeah, Lego Boy was big for us. Who else? There's a French channel that I've always been interested in. It's Nickname 2002, and they do set builds that are kind of cool. In terms of Lego, though, I don't know any. Oh, 2287 Sally.
He
British
was
kid.
one of my first subscribers.
He was huge for us. Like, we always watched his videos, and he stopped coming out with them after a while. It's like, oh dang, I wish he'd come out with more. But who else? Keshian 8 was big for me. I mean, the animators were big. Forest Fire 101, Nathan Wells, and all of that. But from like, for direct ones, I can't remember now. There were so many channels back then, and there were even the smaller ones at that point. I mean,
I remember Smosh had 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I remember that too. It was a long time ago.
It was like 4 years ago. So,
but yeah, I mean, it's all sort of changed by now. I mean, the M&M twins were always a channel that we kind of followed, and then they got wicked popular, and it was like, whoa. And then we started, going back and forth with them. But yeah, a lot of the smaller channels that we used to follow are big now, and they're sort of like we become good friends with a lot of them. And Sid Serenity,
Lego Boy, David.
I mean,
Marcus and Matthew, Nima.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint like a direct source in terms of inspiration.
It's kind of like it's a community thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys being brothers, do you think helped your channel get this far?
Well, we don't get along sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a secret. I think a lot of our viewers are aware that Matt and I, we tend to have issues. You'll see sometimes we'll have like kind of hidden messages where we're hammering each other over Twitter in a loving way.
Oh.
But,
it helps having someone who can critique your creations and be like, say I build something and I'm wicked proud of it, he can come up and be like, no, that's stupid, that's dumb, don't build it. It's like, I mean, we'll fight over that, because I'll certainly be like, no, it's cool, and he'll be like, no, it's probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But I mean, it helps sort of in terms of criticism. It also helps in terms of like, we know where to build upon. Like, if we have a weakness and we both see it, we can sort of work together to overcome it. I mean, we're still brothers, though, so we still fight a lot, and I mean, that's certainly, I don't think it's going to change for a while. We'll argue about things like, say there's a video that one of us uploads that the other one absolutely hates, and we didn't want him to upload. I mean, it'll be like, an all-out war between us. But I think that just comes with being, relatives of close proximity and relation.
And the other thing is we lived together until you go off to college. But so since we live together, we also have it's a lot easier than having to say if you were doing a collaboration like what Machinima does, or another channel like that, where they have to communicate over text and stuff, and you can't really explain stuff as well.
Oh yeah, well we can talk in person.
We can literally sit down over a long period of time rather than sending stuff back and forth and actually discuss what we should change.
Yeah. Do you guys think that you guys could have made it this far if you guys went your own separate channels?
It's hard to tell.
I actually don't know. I certainly hope not. I mean...
You hope that you wouldn't have been this far.
Well, I mean, I hope that I would have been this far, but even then there's sort of like a certain amount of pride that comes with being able to say, oh, I make YouTube videos with my brothers. Because I have my friends who'll be like, oh, you make YouTube videos? It's like, no, my brother and I make YouTube videos. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. You guys get along. And we have all these subscribers who sometimes will be talking to us, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, my brother won't do this with me. And I think there's something special about that, and I like being able to do that.
Yeah.
I love you so much, brother.
Oh.
Did you guys ever think that you'd make it this far?
No.
No, I mean, there was a certain amount of hope, I guess. I mean, we'd sit there and be like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if? But I don't think, especially in the beginning when we had like 10 subscribers, it was like, oh, we're not gonna make this. And I mean, I think the best part about it was in the beginning we really didn't care about partnership. Like I hear so many kids on YouTube who are like, oh, will you sub me so I can become a partner and make money? And I think that takes a ton of the enjoyment out of it. I mean, when we started, we'd upload 10 videos a day at some points, and it was so much fun. And you know, after a while, you kind of stop paying attention to it, and subscriber builds upon subscriber, and eventually you're like, wait, what?
Whoa, we have 10,000.
Yeah, and then I mean, I guess the rest is history in terms of it just sort of grew from there.
To be truthful, I wanted the partnership because of the banner.
Yeah, the banner was
I like
cool.
banners.
I like banners.
Yeah, banners are a good part of the partnership program.
Yeah.
What inspired you guys to make your second channel?
We just felt like we needed another thing. Kind of touch base on, you know, filling in.
I mean, yeah, everybody kind of had an alternate channel. I mean, I guess we sort of use it still, but we sort of don't. Like, I mean, I don't know. I found that it's easier just to keep things on one channel because I want to get a message out to everybody, and I felt an alternate would be the best place to keep like totally uncensored stuff off of our page. But in the end, I just figured, you know, keep it all on one page. So I guess our alternate's becoming obsolete.
So, who are some of your good friends on YouTube?
Sister Entity, Eminem Twins, Lego Boy 1234567 NF Films.
I swear there were more than that.
There's anybody in our box, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
This question's a little hard because it's very broad.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, we have acquaintances who are outside of Lego Field. Like, who is it?
Denny?
Well, there's Denny. There's
Modern's
Productions. What about Zila?
Oh, Mr. Fancy Car.
Mr. Fancy Car.
Withdrawn Sean. Mr. Bolo Soup.
I'm best friends with Ray William Johnson. Did you know that?
Mr. Bolo Soup. Friend of mine.
In terms of Lego, though, yeah, Sis Serenity, John's awesome. Marcus and Matthew from M&M Twins are the bomb. NF Films, Slippery Studios.
Oh, right. And Dak.
Dak 101010101010.
I don't remember.
There's more.
Not Dak so much, but Slippery Studios, yeah.
I mean, David to a certain extent.
I haven't talked with David.
I haven't talked with David in ages.
David, if you watch this, give us a call, man.
We love you. Sorry, that was wicked. I'm sorry, I didn't apologize.
Yeah.
We're quite sarcastic off camera, just in case that might be accidentally working itself in. Like you should ride in the car with me on the way to school.
He's sarcastic.
I'm awful.
This is sarcastic morning, Matt. Is fun.
It's also because I'm tired. But what was the question?
Friends on YouTube.
Friends on YouTube. Yeah, I think
most of the people in our box.
most of the people that we just spouted off.
And in the box. Yes.
Very nice. Now this is the final question of the interview.
It's like it's like the essay questions at the end of the test.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you guys leaving your footprints behind for generations to come?
We're teaching new models to people to pass on to their children.
Oh, that's very cliche of you.
Rest of their children and their children's children's children.
I think. Damn,
Also,
everything I'm gonna say is gonna sound cliche. I mean, I just think as long as we keep making videos, I think that'll be our biggest impact because the younger Lego audience, I can certainly see will cycle in terms of who stays on YouTube and who leaves. Like, I'm noticing a lot of our subscribers from 3 years ago are kind of fading away now because, you know, they're getting older, and, I mean, some of them are kind of losing interest. But, I mean, I think as long as YouTube's up, our tutorials are going to be relatively relevant, if that makes sense, in terms of, I mean, there's always going to be furniture, so there's always going to be some sort of interest, as long as Lego's around, I guess.
Yep.
To ramble a lot. I mean...
Who knows? We may even be doing videos when he have kids. That took me.
What was that?
I had an issue. I had a brain fart. But, yeah, we could be doing videos when we have kids.
I figure, yeah, as long
like the Brick Show.
I know I'm gonna stay interested for a while. I mean, if I'd lost interest in Lego, it would have been like, you know, like
it's kind of like one of those
ages
creative
ago.
things. It's like
it's an artistic outlet. So you know, what will be the long lasting impact? Probably just endless creations. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, those those Brick Boys, except
People
probably
will have
20
our
years down the road,
autographs.
it's going to be kind of creepy with two
The
boys
Brick
being
Men.
grown men, the Brick Men.
Brickman.
But
Coming at you with another.
yeah, so I think we're going to stay with the videos for a while. I mean, it might taper off at times, especially during college. But
I mean, we haven't been uploading videos as much in the past 6 months.
hey,
so.
we uploaded one the other day
Yeah, no, but
to start.
to start.
But yeah, in terms of lasting impact,
It also has to do with time that we have.
yeah.
But
I don't know. I think it's just going to sort of be the way it is. I mean, our videos will creep up in views, and I think there's going to be one or two videos that would gain popularity somewhere in the future, but, we'll have to see where that takes us.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thank you guys for this really awesome interview. It was
Thank
really
you.
fun.
Thank you for having us.
And guys, go check out their channel. It's in the link below in the description. I'll also leave links to all my stuff down there. And please go subscribe to everyone in that list. And yeah, this is really fun. And I've never talked to them before, so it's the very first interview that I've ever done that I've never talked to someone before. So it was really fun. So thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please thumbs up the video and subscribe. Goodbye.